What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And we gotta talk about what's going on in Greensboro on my man LiAngelo Ball and all of those folks. This video is gonna be quick because we're gonna do a live stream and really get into depth. But I'm gonna give y'all a structure behind the whole conversation right now. Let's go.
With my dude, AB the Hero.
What's
well,
up?
we getting it down in the Boulder State, baby.
Hey.
AB, way to get out on the lane. Way to get out on the lane.
What do you thought about that, Jay?
I like that. Yeah, I told you, he's a hustler for it.
Let's go. I'm out.
First things first, I appreciate all of you, the real ones, who hit the like button on this video before the intro was over, because you know how important that is. Now, let's get straight into it. Over the weekend, our emotions have been on a roller coaster, okay? The Charlotte Hornets, the Swarm, they've been playing this game where with James Bouknight and Kai Jones, where they pulled Vernon Carey from the Swarm team, which I was happy about. Then they said, you know what, we're assigning Bouknight and Jones to the squad. Then they said we're pulling them back. Now we're assigning them again and we're pulling them back. So they did this, and I said this in my videos yesterday, that they were probably going to just keep playing that assign, recall before the games. To me, it sounds like a waste of time to drop a press release anytime you do that. However, it is drumming up some attention, and I'm sure for a social media and the marketing squad, it's cool to be able to have a post and have people comment under it, even if the comments are, why y'all playing Jello like this, right? Because this is the thing that made that important. If you add a Bouknight, who was a scorer, if you add a Kai Jones, who was a floor runner, but a person who you probably want to get points from, where does our guy LiAngelo Ball fit into that situation? If you pull Vernon Carey away, does this create a situation where there's some minutes for LiAngelo Ball? Last night we found out that it did not. LiAngelo Ball played 3 minutes last night in a game where James Bouknight, I believe, played 39 minutes. Kai Jones played 39 minutes. That's damn near 40 minutes now, with James Bouknight having the ultimate green light. Shoot it if you get it, three-pointer, drive to the back, whatever you want to do, bro, you could do it. They let him do that, and at some points in that game, the Swarm were down by 20+ points. It got to a place, and my man Ballfax did a great breakdown on this, where he talks about, you know, the 3 minutes that LiAngelo Ball got into the game and how pivotal those 3 minutes were in helping them kind of get back into the game. Because despite being down by 20 points at some point, the Swarm team fought back and then made it a close game before ultimately taking the L. Now, what does this say, right, about what's going on with LiAngelo Ball? I talked about this in a previous video, that I felt like because he's a player who is on his team, who obviously generates a ton of attention, right? What I keep hearing about the G League is all this, it's not about wins and losses, it's about development, it's not about X, Y, and Z, it's about, we don't care if they lose, we want players to get. I hear that across the board, right? However, you also hear from the NBA and all of the execs and stuff, the G League is set up as well because they want to make some money. If you go to the different tournaments and the things that they having and all of the stuff they doing to bring eyeballs into the G League, it is a money game. So it would behoove any team, especially if Jello was to not be on this Hornets team, you could go and look at the amount of impressions and tractions that they would be getting. Look like any other team in the G League who nobody cares about. It is important for them to make sure they can keep him on this team. Now, why does this matter? It seems like in the developmental plans for the Hornets, for the Swarm, Jello at this point does not seem to be in those developmental plans based on playing time on the field, on the court. In the first game, he played about 17 minutes, gave him cool 22 points, and everybody was like, what? He must have earned himself some more minutes. We starting to see those minutes take the decline even more, with last night him playing only 3 minutes. Now, I've heard some rumors. Folks have said that he looked like he was limping a little bit, and maybe there's an injury there, and that's probably why he's not getting a significant minute and all of this stuff. I talked about the rights issue, right? Is that Jello, because he signed to the draft, to the G League, he is now in a space where he is open to be picked up at any moment by any team who wants to give him some bread. Any team could call him up, sign him on a 10-day and say, you know what, bro, go to our G League and hoop. That could happen. This is more likely to happen if you have him have games consistently like he did in that first game. And why is that important? Because not only would you be getting a solid player, you would be getting a media marketing machine. You would be selling out, because here's the thing. If LiAngelo was hooping, the Greensboro, if you watch these games, there's some empty seats. If consistently he was putting up games and having games like he did that first game, it'd be sold out every night in there. That's just a fact of mundo. So that could happen across the entire league and any G League team. So I was saying, like, you know what, they probably are hiding him a bit, right? Especially if he got a little ailment or something. Maybe we need to get him some more time in the practice, work things out, all of this stuff. Now, here's something else that I was thinking recently, and this could be a factor in this situation. LiAngelo Ball, because of his signing with the G League, is not powerless in this, right? So let's say this is not a developmental play and the Swarm did not have his best interest, right? The issue is that, yo, you came here, and we got your brother. We wanted to give you a shot. We didn't necessarily say we was gonna play. We said we was gonna give you a shot. You got your shot. Now you gotta chill. LiAngelo Ball, if he is the Ball brother that I think that I know of him, wants more. He wanna hoop. Yes, I'm happy to be on your team. I'm happy to be in your organization, but I wanna hoop. What power do you have in this situation if you are him? Now, if you go back, because this still matters, you go back to why would you sign? If I'm waiting, because what we've seen is from these Hornets teams, after he signed that contract to be in the G League, they say, you know what, we'll sign him, release him, and then we'll put him on our team. If you knew that's going to happen, like, why would you then jump the gun and go sign with the G League draft, right? It's because you know that you have other options, right? If I'm waiting on y'all not signing or pulling the trigger because y'all doing some games or whatever, and you don't want to stir up the media hoopla, so you just waiting and I'm supposed to wait on y'all, why would I then go out and sign into the G League draft if I only got one team? Why not just wait on my one team? Okay, I'm telling you is that, and here's what I think. I would not be surprised if we seen LiAngelo Ball move teams at some point during this season, right? Because I think that he signed into the G League draft because I do not believe that the Hornets were the only team that he was in conversation with. I believe that some other teams say, you know what, if you go to the draft and you don't have the paperwork with them, we'll pick you up. And I think that out of respect for giving him the shot in the summer league, LiAngelo and his team say, you know what, Hornets, y'all got first right of refusal. If y'all want me, I will go. If you don't, I'm straight. Now, I think we at a spot in time where my man is looking at these minutes. I thought that y'all was really gonna work with me here. It seems like I'm just a cash cow, or y'all just really trying to keep my brother happy, so y'all got me here. I would not be surprised, and you heard this from me, if at some point there is a move to be made. I would not be surprised if already behind the scenes conversations are happening of like, yo, what do y'all want from me? Or do y'all not want nothing from me? Because I could get Rock Nation on the phone and we could go get somewhere. There are G League teams that you have never heard of who would love an opportunity to have Jello come through and get some buckets with them. So that's my theory. That's what I want to talk about in my upcoming live stream. If you see this and then it's still time to hop on there, pull up, and I want to hear your thoughts and your because maybe I'm tripping, right? I always say that maybe I'll be tripping sometimes, but I think that this is something that needs to be talked about, and this is something that needs to be considered. here because I don't believe that this Greensboro thing, and that's against popular opinion, I don't believe that this Greensboro thing is his only opportunity at this point. I do believe that Jello is a person who does understand that it takes time, and he does and will have the patience to play this situation out. But I think that he also realizes one of these other things is like, yo, gotta get some time on the court. You gotta get the footage, you gotta get the film. It's a really tough situation where if you're on a terrible team and you can't play for the worst team in the G League, that looks bad on you. That's what the pressure comes from. It's a difference if y'all hooping and I can't get on the court because we got the best team. If you play for the Golden State Warriors, if you play for the Los Angeles Lakers and you can't really get on the court, it might be just because you behind LeBron. It might be just because you behind Stephen Curry. But if you not playing because Kabuko ahead of you, if you're not playing because Cameron McGriff, if you're not playing because that says something about you when other teams start to look at you on paper. So that's what I think. Shemay Man, AB the Hero, let me know if y'all feeling me on this take or if I'm just off basis. Let's go.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.